This is a lesson on both functions, and identifying when something is a function, and also domain and range. So first off, I'm going to give you a few different examples, and we'll look through each one of them and trying to figure out what we've got for the domain and range, and afterwards figuring out whether or not the graph is a function. So I've gone and put my scale on there. I'm going to go by ones. So I'm going to put a few points in. So if we're looking at those red dots, we have x values at -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So those are my x values, and I'm simply going to list them in my domain, which I'm just going to call D. So again, it's -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then for my range, I'm looking to find my y values. So I'm going to call that R. So the R values, or the range values, are starting as low as -1, and then 0, 1, and 2. So I only have those numbers showing up. So -1, 0, 1, and 2. And that's my domain and range. If I'm looking at this and trying to figure out whether it's a function or not, I can draw a series of vertical lines wherever there's a point. And if any of those vertical lines hit a point, hit 2 points, it's not a function. So at each of those vertical lines, my graph hits exactly once. That's why this one's a function. This is going to be a mapping, so I'm going to put some points. I'm going to put some numbers in here, like 1, 2, and 3, and call it 4. I'm going to call this 5, and I'm going to call that 6. And a mapping is just telling us that when I say 1, it goes to 5. When I say 2, it goes to 6. 3 goes to 5, and 4 goes to 6. So that, I would say, just for an example, this first arrow represents the point 1, 5. So each arrow represents a point. The domain is simply 1, 2, 3, and 4. The range is simply 5 and 6. This graph, or this would be a function, because when I say 1, there's exactly one output. 2, one output. 3, one output. 4, one output. Okay? To demonstrate what this might look like, our mapping might look like if it were not a function, one is going to go to 3, 2 is going to go to 4, 7 is going to go 5, and to 6. And that's the key right there. The 7 has 2 arrows coming off of it. Anytime a mapping has 2 arrows coming off of the same x value, it is not a function. This one's not. And I'm not going to list off the domain and range for that one. It's just simply going to be 1, 2, 7, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for the range. Then we have a set of points. If I want to list the domain and the range, I'm going to do so in order, and I'm going to do it without repeating any values. So I have 5, I have 7. I've already got the 7 taken care of, so I don't need to write it twice, and then I have 10. For the range, 6, 8, 9, and 11. And we're done. That's it. Is that a function? Well, 7 is either 8 or it's 9. So if you can't tell me one number, when I say 7, what is the output, You can't tell me what number, it's 8 or 9, it's not a function. And that's it.